Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. I am bringing you another episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 5, Episode 10, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Hey, I am sorry, y'all. This is late in the mug, okay? Because we probably got another episode coming in a couple days. However, your girl has been working the last 4 nights in a row, okay? 12 hours, 7 p to 7 a, okay? To get this Thanksgiving week off. So, charge it to my head, not the heart, honey, because I want to get this stuff out to you, but listen, I gotta get my sleep. I gotta get back to work. I gotta do what I gotta do. All right. So, but this episode was good, okay? So, um, before we get started, first of all, if you're new here, welcome, 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 welcome. Where my applause at? Welcome. Okay. Okay. We give lighthearted reviews on movies, TV shows, you name it, okay? And if you are returning, welcome back. Welcome back. We are all family here. We are all family here. Okay. So give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, and we will get on to this episode. Okay. So the episode begins where Mary about to fall down the steps because her shoes too big. Okay, it was meet Mary go lightly, whatever that was. Okay, so she throwing a breakfast at Tiffany's party. Some Audrey Hepburn stuff. I never seen that breakfast at Tiffany's, so I have no idea what we talking about. But I got some cat hair on me, honey. These cats. Anyway, um, yeah. So hey, we'll see what this episode holds. All right, so Whitney's playing soccer with her son Brooks, and Brooks, but she passed out because she running too hard. Angie planting some plants with her daughter Electra. Electra says she a helicopter mom, and Angie was like, "Well, what would you think if I didn't helicopter?" She was like, "Then I would be free." I said, "Ooh, Electra, don't you be saying that." Don't you be saying that. Don't be talking bad about your mama. She a little helicoptery. Just a little helicoptery. Okay. So Heather meets Lisa in the saloon. Lady had a raccoon penis on her hat. I don't know. And Lisa was like, I ain't even know raccoons had penises and stuff. And I was just like, why would you torture the raccoon anyway? That was just nasty to me. Okay. Lisa told Heather, I missed your bed on the trip. And then Heather was like, oh, I never been excluded like that. Heather, go somewhere. Go somewhere. And so Heather was like, well, she got mad when you called me, but she cried when I left her house. Yeah, she did cry when you left her house because you was calling her two-faced and all that other stuff. And so I think the conversation didn't go how she planned it to go. So yeah, she did cry, but she was just like, she was crying because I wasn't on a trip. Oh, well, she said she got mad when you called me. Okay. But she cried when I left. And so she says she missed me on the trip. Nobody missed you, Heather. Nobody missed you. Okay. Then Lisa tells her that Todd tried to kick her and John off the trip because Lisa was acting a doggone fool. But but Lisa didn't. She didn't get kicked off that trip. She showed act right to stay up on that trip while she acting. And then Heather was like, so what did they want you to do? Go to the airport? Yes, and did. Yes, yeah. They want Todd wanted them to go to the airport if you can't act right. Okay. Lisa act right. She ain't go nowhere. She wasn't leaving that check. Please. Anyway. So Bronwyn and poor little Todd talk. Todd like this the whole time. I was like, okay, you ain't got no more expression than that, Todd. hmm So Bronwyn was like, I walked away from the trip feeling a kind of way between me and Lisa. Trying to figure out where our friendship is. Todd said, I've never seen you act that way before. You sitting in a hot tub screaming back and forth, you and Lisa? What did I accomplish? You ruined a very good, perfectly good afternoon with y'all going back and forth. And he said, what did that accomplish? And so she would, and then, yeah, she was like, so I ruined it? And he said, yeah, that's what I think. That's not becoming of you. And then Bronwyn was like, well, they all yell at each other and call each other dumb bitches. And I don't know how to interact with that. Yeah, they all yell at each other, call each other dumb bitches. And I was just trying to be down. Okay? Toddy Poo, I was just trying to be down. Cause that's what the reality show is. And so if you don't get down, you gonna get out. Okay? You gonna get out. Okay? So what you want Bronwyn to do? Okay? What you want her to do? But Todd said, well, leave with your dignity. When they calling people dumb bitches. Leave with your dignity. We'll see. We'll see. If she leave with her dignity, she ain't gonna get another season. She gotta be down. I wanna be down. Yeah, you gotta be down, baby. You gotta be down. What I'm talking about? Okay, so Bronwyn said in her confessional that Todd's approval means a lot to her, and it means everything to her. And Todd said, your friends should not bring out the worst in you. And I agree. But those people ain't friends. This is a reality show. My friends don't bring out the worst in me. My friends bring out the best in me. So, but these ain't friends. These are co-workers. Co-workers. Todd. So we back to Lisa and Heather. Lisa playing victim again. And, lame victim Lisa and lying low self-esteem Heather. Oh, cause she telling her that, she got her some coach seats to fly back on the plane. Yeah. Lisa telling Heather that Bronwyn got them some coach seats to fly back. And so, yeah, Heather was like, we. She said, this is what Heather said. Heather said, we are foxhole friends. We have been through the fire together. What fire have y'all been through, Heather? What fire? That Monica Garcia, whatever, that wasn't no fire. And Jen got arrested, so that wasn't no fire. So what fire have y'all been through? Please tell me, Heather. Please tell me. But Heather was like, if she doesn't get it, then that's fine. I will teach her. Girl, shut up. Stop it. Stop it, Heather. Okay? That's why don't nobody like you. People used to like you. But since you done lost that weight, you becoming a mean girl. I said it. You becoming a mean girl. Since you lost that weight. Okay? Now, the fat Heather wasn't a mean girl. But since you lost that weight, you becoming a mean girl and nobody likes you. Okay? People liked you more when you was fat. Anyway, I'm just saying. Heather, no, we on Angie. Angie talks to her father about how her father raised 7 kids all by herself because the mama died at when she was 8 years old, and she was self-medicating with alcohol, and that's the reason why she a helicopter mom. And somebody brought her daughter a letter G on a necklace, to represent her mama named Georgia, and she said she didn't have any feelings about it. I guess you don't have no feelings for your mama. I mean, she was self-medicating with alcohol, so you probably don't have a lot of good memories with your mama, so I can understand that. Let's go to this brunch with Mary. Mary having the Tiffany, the breakfast at Tiffany brunch. Okay, it's beautiful. The men were dressed in the little Tiffany blue, the ballet, and it was the beautiful Tiffany blue centerpieces. It was beautiful. Mary did her thing. Okay, so Bronwyn was the first to show up, and it was crickets in that place. I mean, her and Eduardo. Her and Eduardo was just chilling. Okay, she was beautiful. She had her bangs and her little ponytail. Yeah, she was beautiful. But it was just her and Eduardo. Okay. And then Meredith come with the bang yang 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 yang. Okay. It's like it was not cute at all. Okay. But when Meredith shows up, Bronwyn was like, she said, well, I guess there's no more fake bangs on the internet. And then she said in the confessional, she said, Meredith put an octopus on her head. It was like, it was not cute at all. Why did she think it was cute? So Bronwyn told Meredith that she got a little lecture from Todd about her behavior on the trip. And Mary comes downstairs looking beautiful as well. And Lisa came in and she brought some flowers, and she had a Tiffany jumpsuit that apparently Mary has, and she wore it on Watch What Happens Live. And so Mary mad because, she said she came with her jumpsuit on. But Lisa in the confessionals throws shade at Mary and says she brought it off the Fendi runway, and Mary brought it off the rack and Bergdorf or something. Okay, she says she saw it first. We don't know who saw it first. You could have brought it off the rack in Bergdorf too, okay? Both of y'all could have brought it off the rack, okay? Whatever the case may be, y'all got the same pantsuit. It is what it is. So Whitney arrives, and she said her worst nightmare would be looking at like Meredith, because apparently, well, we know what Meredith looked like, the bang yang yang yang. Okay, so then Angie arrived wearing her beautiful blue dress, not blue, black dress. Oh, Heather arrives looking heathery. I don't see where the breakfast at Tiffany's look at, that she had, but I don't know. I ain't never seen the movie, so I can't really tell you. But she just looked like Heather. And she totally ignores Bronwyn. Okay. And so then they sit down at the table, and they're about to do some stuff, and then Brittany arrives late, but she was at least invited. And Mary said, I invited her to let her know that I was not a poor. Shots fired. Let her know I'm not poor. And she said, and then everybody was like, yeah, because you got Versace plates. And so then Angie was like, Abraham Lincoln had some place that looked like a Versace print. That's what she said. But everybody was like, Versace didn't live around Abraham Lincoln's time and all that other stuff. So I get it what she said. It was a Versace print that was on the plate, not the Versace plate. But people was like, you stupid. You Abraham Lincoln died way before Versace. So it is what it is. So Mary makes a toast to friendship and Audrey Hepburn theme. Then Heather thanks her for the invite, because she included everyone, and that's important because everybody wasn't invited to the Palm Desert trip. So that was a dig at Bronwyn. So Mary was like, well, Meredith bought the caviar, so she changed the subject. So she was like, I ain't trying to get into that at this table. And then Whitney was like, do you mind if we break bread? And she said, I don't mind. And then she looked at Brittany. And Mary was like, don't put that bread in your purse. Okay, don't put the bread in the purse. Okay. And Brittany was like, my purse is too small anyway. Yeah, Mary was like, don't put it in your bag. Don't put it in your purse. Okay. So Brittany was like, you guys look slightly tanner. Okay, so we bring back up this desert trip again. Okay, well, how many people were on the trip? The 5 of you and your husbands, and then the 3 of us didn't get an invite. And then they said Mary got an invite, but her husband was not gonna come on the trip. So she had to hang out with Robert Jr. Okay, that's the reason why Mary got her invite. But apparently, Heather didn't get invited because, she made Bronwyn cry, and Brittany. And Lisa said, that Brittany, you've been rude about Bronwyn since we got here, and I get to that later. That's the reason why she wasn't invited. So And so then she said, Brittany was like, I Mary was the only one that invited me anywhere. She was just like, and then she looked at Angie. She was like, yeah, you came to my house before you went on the trip. And Angie was like, yeah, I was honored. She said, but you brought a bottle of wine. that that seems no, it seems off. And so Angie was like, but you drinking champagne now. So Brittany was like, but that's for me. I wouldn't drink in front of my church group. And so Angie was like, you doing 3 guys. 1, 2, 3. You doing 3 guys, a throuple. And you drink and you claiming you such a Mormon. 3 guys. 1, 2, 3. Shots fired. You doing 3 guys. 1, 2, 3. And then and then Lisa was like, wow. And Mary gasped while she put on her lipstick. And so she said, well, I don't know who Brittany is doing. She said, but Jared is sliding into my DMs. And Jared is the main one, is her main one. Yeah, but he keeps sliding into Mary's DMs. Ooh. So Whitney was like, are you mad because she brought you the wine? Or are you mad because she exposed you drink? And she was just like, it was just awkward. I drink, but I go to church every Sunday. And then she pointed at Heather, was like, you would know about that. So Heather was like, yeah, I would know. She was just like, listen. She said, you can't drink when you Mormon and everything like that. But if you drink, then basically you're a Mormon 2.0. And she said Lisa is she's leading that church group, the Mormon 2.0s. Whatever. And so Brittany said, I feel excluded. And so that's when Lisa was like, well, you've been super rude about Todd and Bronwyn, so that's why she didn't invite you on the trip. And so Bronwyn was like, yes, because you said I was a gold digger. And Brittany was like, yep, I did. And she was like, and you said Todd was disgusting. And Brittany was like, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say Todd was disgusting. And then she said, and she said, and you don't know his name. And then she said, there's no way that I could be physically attracted to him. And she was just like, Brittany was like, yeah, probably. I think I probably said that. And then she said, and our relationship is BS. And so she was just like, well, I did say that too. And she said, and you don't believe in our relationship. And she was like, well, everybody thinks that, it's just not me. Everybody thinks that, that they don't believe in your relationship. And Lee was like, I ain't never thought that. Don't put me in that. Don't be putting me in that. I ain't never thought that. Don't be putting me in that. Then Heather, low self-esteem. Ozempic Heather talking about, well, why don't you have a prenup? And so Bronwyn. She said, you keep knocking on that door and you are not going to like what you get when you open it. Yeah, all right then. Tell us how you really feel, girl. Ooh, Jesus. And so Heather was like, the only 3 things I know about your husband is you don't have any prenup. He collects Starbucks mugs, And he's an asshole when he wants people off the trip. And then Bronwyn was like, cute, Lisa. So basically, you a snitch. You a snitch. That he tried to kick you off the trip. You a snitch. You snitching. So Mary, interjects because, Mary trying to keep the peace, and she was just like, Bronwyn does care if you get along, Heather. And so, yeah. So Bronwyn said, I was planning for you to come. I brought you a first class ticket home. I asked somebody for your name and your birthday, and then Heather was like, nobody knows my actual birthday. I tell everybody a different birthday. Heather, you 50 something, okay? Because you went to school with Angie, and she 50, okay? Nobody care about your birthday. We know how old you are, okay? There's no hiding that. There's no denying that, okay? So stop being stupid. Golly. Okay, so Lisa said, well, I thought I would, if I knew how I was getting home, I would have brought my own ticket. Lisa said, and then she talked to Angie. She was like, you weren't exactly thrilled about the ticket. And Angie was like, I'll fine. Just like Lisa said, I didn't think none of that. Yeah, Angie was like, nope, I was fine. My ticket was fine. I had a good seat. Don't put me in that either. But Bronwyn said, we brought you and your husband gifts. We paid for that $20,000 house per night. You pay for all of that, plus the private plane, plus the Indy trip, and you pay for the flight back. Listen, Bronwyn can be my friend. Bronwyn can be my friend, okay? $20,000 a night. And they got all that food catered and stuff. Yeah. And so Heather was like, well, if it doesn't matter, this 67 minute flight, why did you book you and Todd first class and everybody else coach? And Bronwyn was like, because this was my goddamn credit card. Now that is a motherfucking shots fired. Okay? Because it was my credit card. I put you where I want to put you. I definitely ain't gonna fly coach if it's my credit card. Girl, let me know, Heather, when you do your trip. Let me know. And you can put Bronwyn back in coach, Todd and everybody else, and you and Lisa, you and your friend Lisa can be up in first class, okay? But let me know when you plan your trip, your $20,000 night trip, and your first class flight to whatever, and your giving gifts and all the other stuff. Let me know, and then Then we'll talk. But if you can't be beat balling like Bronwyn, then shut up. Shut up. Whew. But Bronwyn said, Heather, I'm still open to get to know you. I wouldn't, but you got to exist on this show. So she's open to get to know her. And Heather was like, I'm very cautious about bringing new people in the group. Don't nobody care about you and you bringing new people in the group. Girl, get a life. Get a life. Okay. But Heather was like, I would be willing to get a clean slate and move forward. Okay, whatever. So then Angie want to talk to Meredith about Sean. I'm so tired of this mess here. Meredith was like, listen, you don't want to go back to the past because the past won't be good for nobody. And then Angie was like, is that a threat? and, and, and then Meredith was like, oh my God, that is not a threat. Oh my God. Angie was like, Meredith, you alluded to my husband being gay, and we got a lot of LGBTQ support. And Meredith says, I would never say anything about somebody being gay because my son is gay. And so Meredith played the podcast, and then Whitney grabs the phone, and she said she was turning it up, but she just snatched it out of her hand, and then Meredith snatched it back, and don't grab my phone. Don't grab my phone. Okay. And then when Whitney in the confessional with a little rag on her head, like, do you grab my phone? You grab my phone. I said, Whitney, no, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you. So Angie going back and forth with Meredith across the table. Mary trying to get them to be quiet. So she like, Angie, stop, Angie, stop. And then she go back and she go to Meredith, stop, Meredith, stop. And she go back to Angie, now you stop, y'all gotta listen, da, 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 da. And then all of a sudden Mary was like, oh, Meredith, get out of my house. And then Meredith was like, oh, okay. You ain't got to tell me twice. Let me get my coat. And then she was like, no, if you're not going to listen to me, you need to leave. But I don't want you to leave. And Meredith was like, no, you ain't got to tell me twice, honey. I'm out. Okay? Deuces. Okay? Okay? I am out of here. Okay? But then, she was, and Mary was like, I don't want to throw you out, but if you're not going to listen to me. And then she was just like, and then the phony tears. Mary was like, I've been through a lot with this group, and I don't understand it. And she, she leaves. But Mary, who will never be undone, Mary is the shadiest one in the group. She said, I'm glad she left and she took them, she said, and she took those bangs with her. Audrey Hepburn, she is not. She was like, no, she said, this is Audrey Hepburn, not the Flintstones. This is Audrey Hepburn, not the Flintstones. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was the end of the episode. Oh, give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. And we will get into the next video. This your girl. Peace.